They'll try again, 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. He'll dump this one off to Lindsey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
First carry of the game here for Royce Freeman. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Newton. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the 50, Newton. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 32-yard line.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone?
At the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and
6. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Newton to throw. Steps away to his left. He's going to take him, and I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Gun. Hey. 29
is a Mike 29. Man, that's trash.
3rd and 2, Newton. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the red zone now, Newton. That one into the hands of Hamilton. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Okay, I'm not so great at math. I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game?
Second and goal from the 1. Newton takes it himself, and I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. Well, they held him out on second down, and now here's third and goal.
They're not ready for this. They still playing sweet.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. So on fourth down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Set. 60 or.
50. There's a part of that. Pick the edge.
Go.
Slam.
Throwing on first down. Herbert. Flush to his right. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10. They'll try the left side. Dobbins. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Under 10. 10. Hey, check 24.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
47's the mic, boy. 47. Check. 47. Out. Switch.
Snap.
From the gun, Herbert flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. operating from the gun. Herbert. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
On the set. On the set, what ain't it?
I got you. I got you. Slam, slam.
Great, great, great.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Cleveland Farrell, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
We got 3. Check 15. Check.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
36. Alert 3, alert 3.
20.
Alert 3. Shift. Safe. Check it back.
Off play action. Newton.
Watch the whip.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. They'll run on first down. Dobbins, he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Hey.
Shift. Slam.
You're out.
Watch the twist.
Hey.
Watch out.
Go, jackrabbit. Come on.
Now a give right side. Dobbins, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Okay, ready?
You ain't going nowhere.
You draw quarter. Exit.
Mike's 50. Know your job.
From the gun, Herbert. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their two drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0, but the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they say, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting sixes on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, you like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You've got to find a way to ring that bell. Then you can have a little self-satisfied grin. Right now, a little more determination is needed.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
I'm coming. Hey, tight end's right. Watch
20.
You got three down. 24 is the mic. Watch the slant.
On 1st and 10, Newton. The open man is Westbrook. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Out of the gun, Newton. And he completes it to Westbrook. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
He wasn't ready.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Deshaun Hamilton, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. Newton now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. They'll find Lindsey here. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
At the Raiders' 7-yard line.
What is it? 51, Mike, 51. I got him.
Throwing again is Newton. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And Newton's going to keep it. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues.
70,
The Raider
80.
offense set to get this drive started. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you, but the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
218, jump.
What? Twist.
Go.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
On the ready. Hey, lock it.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's got his big tight end, Fant. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Oh, ball. That's our ball. That's our ball.
So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Von Miller. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Check 13. Check 9, check 9. Hey, Zoo.
Let's go, Mike.
Back to throw. Herbert. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Tyus Bowser, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here, back-to-back sacks. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. After the sack, they'll come up now, 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Check 52. Hey, watch it, watch it. Jim. Check three.
Yes. Bravo. Speed grip.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. This is taken at the 15. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
You got to step it up.
Now a 1st down throw for Newton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
That's another Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, here's Newton. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
That's good for a Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Newton now, pretty remarkable. 14 of 15 through the air, only 1 incompletion, and another 1st and 10 here. This is Freeman. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. On 2nd and 11 now. Newton. He's got this complete to Hamilton. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Hey, come on,
They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. One more time with Lindsey. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Good stop, baby. That's a baby stop.
Operating from the gun, Newton. He can run, and he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Cam Newton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
Set up. 18 Gator.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. He's coming.
Five.
Off the play fake. Herbert buying time to his left. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Hey, Haywood.
4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic. Go.
Sponge. No. Go.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Herbert for the catch made by Hopkins. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Jump. Check.
6-6. Pull it high.
Wide.
Pilot, 64, weak.
So that'll back them up 5. Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike 51. Focus, defense, focus.
Go, Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And that is is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Newton. This is the tight end Fant. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. On 1st down, it's Lindsey, and he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
A couple of first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Newton now to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Well, I'm sure he likes this performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
The pass there complete to Sutton. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard.
2nd and inches at the 13-yard line.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cam Newton, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Broncos push further out in front. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college. and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Second and 6 at the 47-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
All day, every day, any day.
On first down, it's Lindsey. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Lindsey. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Gun. At the 32-yard line.
The shotgun snap for Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Trevor Williams there on the coverage.
They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. And now just 3 seconds before the 2-minute warning, they're going to call a timeout here defensively. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8.
24 is the mic. 24 is the mic. Quick talk.
From the gun, Newton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Hustle.
2nd and 3. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Get ready. Check.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Dancing to his left. Got a man open. It's Sutton. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time.